What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, it was just days ago that Marvel Studios officially acknowledged that Deadpool 3, or Deadpool and Wolverine as the placeholder title has been affectionately known in the media, is officially back on set and filming. Well, today we have some brand new behind the scenes photos where we'll issue the lightest of spoiler warnings. It's not just Deadpool and Wolverine and what we think is the Void now, but rather there are two X-Men villains returning from the original X-Men films that feature in these scenes. We have the still photos for you now. We have all of them. We're going to go over them in full, break them down, and talk about what it means for the upcoming Deadpool 3. And we also have a report, incidentally, on the first official look we're going to get for Deadpool. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a trailer, but rather something else. We'll talk about that during this video as well. We're breaking down all the latest for Deadpool and Wolverine, or rather Deadpool 3. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one is right around the corner at the end of this month to coincide with What If. We also have another PS5 giveaway in January for Echo. Again, all you got to do, be a sub, leave a comment. If you want, stick around at the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so the lightest of spoiler warning here. I had posted this earlier to my social media, as I assume these are going to make their rounds the same way that they did with the original behind the scenes photos. But if you want to go into the unknown not knowing, I totally understand. Now would be your chance to back out. I also warn you, maybe stay off social media for the time being, but again, now would be your chance to back out. Otherwise, let's talk about what's in these new behind the scenes set photos. Okay, so this broke earlier from the Mirror, where they had the exclusive Deadpool spoiler snaps show Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman's in grisly scenes. This is coming from the same group, Bav Media, that supplied the original behind the scenes photos of Wolverine and Deadpool fighting in what we now are assuming is the Void. The first photo here shows Wolverine fighting Sabretooth, and while it is hard to tell it's that character, we know that because that's what the photos describes as. Wolverine takes on Sabretooth. Again, this is coming from Click News and Media, Bav Media, and Splash News. Now, we're not exactly sure which actor this is, and I will mention specifically this could be the stunt double, but all reports have said that Liv Schreiber is returning as the character, but that's not really what this looks like here. Yeah, they could be updating Liv Schreiber's look to be a lot more close to the comics, but ultimately this looks like either the actor Tyler Mane or his stunt double, a representation of the character from the original 2000s X-Men, which would make a lot more sense considering the rest of this report. Although not photoed, the actor who plays Toad was also on set and filming as that character. So the original villains from that first X-Men film, and if Liv Schreiber is returning as Sabretooth and this isn't him, then he's somewhere else in the film. Again, we're just guessing based on the photo. Speaking of based on the photo, in the earlier behind the scenes photos, Wolverine and Deadpool were throwing somebody's head around. It looks like we may know whose head that is now, as the caption on this photo was Deadpool flaunts Sabretooth's decapitated head. And there he is with obviously a prosthetic of it looks like Tyler Mane. That does not look like a Liv Schreiber representation of the character, but either way, and as we already assumed from earlier behind the scene footage, this is something like the Void. And I know that there have been a ton of rumors out there about their interaction with the TVA, what the actual goal of the film is going to be, and we probably should do a recap of all of those before another plot leak drops somewhere on 4chan. What I will say though is that an official look for Deadpool 3 and Wolverine is right around the corner. This according to sources, and this morning that the next issue of Total Film will actually include an official preview for the movie. Now, I know some of you have already pointed out in the last couple of weeks you thought the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer would be coming soon, only because the Marvels has been released and we don't have the trailer for the next Marvel movie. But admittedly, Marvel has been holding on to the trailers longer and longer, especially through Phase 4 and Phase 5. Deadpool 3 and Wolverine is July 26th, though that's still 7 months no matter how you cut it. I think it very unlikely we're getting a trailer for this in any time soon, so I would rather debunk anybody who's guessing we're doing that. I haven't seen that report out there, but usually if we're getting film previews in magazines, there's a trailer somewhere around that to coincide. I just wouldn't hold your breath. Now, lastly, the only piece of news we haven't covered here yet was the last cameo that's been reported to update the most ridiculous list basically you've ever heard, and we've been leaving the Taylor Swift news alone. It's been reported that Daphne Keane will be returning to portray her character in X-23, and honestly, at this point, no report surprised me, but that's coming from industry insider Daniel Rickman, who, as I often say, has one of the best track records in the industry, especially when it comes to his Marvel scoops. Now, I can say with some certainty that I do not think that this is going to be the end of what's coming, or rather maybe just the beginning. So there may be a ton of Deadpool and Wolverine spoilers literally right around the corner, and then you guys know exactly what that means. It means within the next 30 to 60 days there'll be some really poorly written 4chan anonymous plot leaks that basically just harken back to these details and reveals. Keep in mind though, this isn't giving away the plot for the film any more so than we already know, and for a lot of the important stuff, the Act 3 stuff, the finale stuff, Marvel will film all of that on a sound studio somewhere. They aren't filming the entirety of this film outside. There's not going to be spoilers for everything. I also could imagine that these shots that are coming out now are actually from the original filming and on set right before the actors' strike took place, and not where they're filming right now. I have an inkling that these are just leftover photos and brand new releases from that time earlier and not something new that they're shooting. That being said, if they have taken things indoors, this may be the last time we get any of the behind the scenes stuff, and so to me it's not really that big of a spoiler. It doesn't ruin the film that the original Sabretooth and or Toad are showing up from the X-Men 2000s film and that they're killing them. I suspected there would be a lot of dispensing of old X-Men characters during this film, and I assume they're just the first on a long list of characters that are going to perish. In fact, if Wolverine or Deadpool could die, they would die as well. Guys, let me know all your thoughts though down below, how hype you are for this film, and since it looks like we're literally getting the cameo fest that's being reported, who do you want to see back? Which iterations of the characters? I think it's a really cool way to treat these old Fox X-Men universes, because rather than just put anybody else or any other villains or recasts on screen, it's just like, think of it as expensive dragon fodder. It's exactly what I said about Multiverse of Madness. I think we can safely assume the same here. Let me know all your thoughts down below, who you want to see back for cameos. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we are still giving away PlayStations at the channel. We actually have 2, and they're right around the corner. The first of which will be for the finale of What If, the end of this month. We've also got one for Echo in July. We'll also be doing some daily giveaways when What If goes live. For all the future giveaways, all the same rules will always apply. Super simple to be entered to win. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places. Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on all platforms with original music under the name Allfires, hence the AKA at the beginning of the video. Kind reminder that we will only ever announce winners live with my voice in the comments shown on screen. And so if you should ever get anybody on any platform trying to tell you that you've won a prize in the comments, please be safe and vigilant. Never give out your information on a third-party app. And remember, no content creator is ever going to tell you you've won in the comments and then try to get you to pay for shipping. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.